Good morning, dear students. Let me welcome the 8th class students to this session of English-2. And today, our discussion is in continuation from our previous classes is again there is and it is. Dear students, you know, today is the third period of your this topic, there is and it is. We have understood many things about the use of there is and it is. We have understood their uses in different situations. We have understood something, the difference between there and it is, there is and it is. Today also, we will have some other discussions, some more discussions about the same topic, there is and it is. Okay? And before understanding the other informations concerning this topic, which we are discussing in this third period, so let's have a little concentration. And for that, please sit Siddha with Dhyan Mudra and have Brahmanath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Relax. Dear students, let me again welcome you to this session of English-2 where we will discuss with there is and it is in continuation of our previous two classes. As you know, today's class is the third period of this topic, there is and it is. Okay, so today we will discuss the comparison between there is and it is. We will compare. We understood about them. Still then, let us have some more clear information about there is and it is and comparison between them and their appropriate uses for speaking as well as writing. For that, we understood a lot. As we know, we have been using there is and it is for several purposes and several situations. Let's understand this and let me to write something so that you can better understand. Okay? So, dear students, in our previous classes of this topic we understood that the introductory it is used to express time, distance, weather and temperature. And normally we use it for non-living things that you know. But here for this time, distance, weather and temperature also we use introductory it. Similarly, we also understood that we use the introductory it to express a clause or a phrase. That also we did discuss in our previous class. That you know. So similarly, we understood that the introductory there is used in the sentence in the sense of existence or presence. When something is existing, something is present, understand? In that case, we use there as introductory there. But the difference is that when we are using it always takes a singular verb with it. But on the other hand, when we use introductory there, the verb that comes after there should be agreed with the real subject. There is a pen. A pen is the real subject, it is a singular subject, therefore we have used is. We can use, there are 100 pens. when we are talking about 100 pens, which is a plural subject, in that case, we cannot use is, we have to use there as a plural form. So this is the difference in between there and it that we understood earlier. Instead, so the subject, the verb in the sentence starting with there is satisfying with the real verb it follows. Instead, so but it always takes singular verb. Okay, let me write an example for that which we have already discussed. To recall this, let me write so that you will have a clear knowledge, clear understanding about that. Okay? See, when we are comparing between there and it, we already understood there is talking about expressing the presence or the existence. It is used as impartial it. That means you can say for non-living things, and for talking about time, distance, temperature, weather. Also we use it to express a phrase or a clause that you understood. We understood there means presence or existence. Now we are comparing between them more clearly, which we have already discussed. Let us understand them again from these examples to have more information, to have clear understanding. Okay, let's see. It is a long way to Delhi. The distance between this place and Delhi, that means the distance between Delhi and this place is long. We are talking about the distance. It is a long way to Delhi. We are talking about the distance between this place to Delhi is a long distance. So here, the distance between here and the Delhi is long. We are talking about. Similarly, there is a long way to go. Suppose we are going to Bhubaneswar, we have reached up to Khurda, and there we are thinking how much will be the distance from here and how much we need to go. What is the distance still exists to complete. In that case what happens? So we still have this distance to go. There are still 25 kilometers or 50 kilometers from here. That distance exists there. This much of long way still exists to complete or to reach the destination. Instead, so here there is talking about the presence of the distance or the existence of the distance to accomplish or to complete or to pass through. Okay, so we still have this distance to go. That means such a distance still exists for us to complete. The difference, you understood? So similarly, here is another example given. You please try to understand. It is time to go now. It is time to go now. That means it is the correct time. We should not make more delay. We should not let. So it is correct time to go. Instead, that means we are talking about the time, not the existence of any time. It is time. It is the correct time to go now. Instead, similarly, there is time to go. So here there is time means we have time in our hand. We should not be in hurry. We should not be speed. We have time in our hand. Another 5 minutes still exists. We should not worry. So here the thing is that there is time to go. That means we have enough time to go. When we start to go, for that we have enough time in our hand. What it says, there is time to go. That means we still have time. We still have time in our hand. Enough time exists. That means time is still exists. 5 minutes, 10 minutes still exist for us to go. Understand the difference? Clear? Okay. So let's understand there are some other differences between there is, there and it. Let me again write on the board so that you will have clear understanding. Okay? Dear students, we have understood the difference between it is and there is previously. Now also, in some other cases also, there is the difference between it is and there is. What are the constructions? What are the differences? Let's understand. See, it is always followed by an adjective. It is using adjectives, whereas there is always uses a noun. Understand? So this is the difference. It is uses adjective, there is uses noun. For understanding, here we have written some examples you can better understand. Okay? Now see. It is foggy. Fog is the noun, foggy is its adjective form. Similarly, or cloud, cloudy. So, it is foggy or cloudy. Now, the weather is cloudy. Understand? Because it's raining. Understand? So, here we have used those adjectives with it. Understand? So, similarly, you find the difference in between. There is a fog. There is a fog. Fog is the noun form of foggy. There is a cloud. The noun form of cloudy. So, when we use there, we use the noun form. After it, when we use it, we use the adjective form after it. Understand? So here you see, it was very wet. Wet means it is talking about the adjective, wet cloth. Understand? It was wet. It was very wet. So here, wet is talking about an adjective. It is an adjective. So similarly, there was a lot of rain. Rain is a noun. Understand? We cannot make raining. Understand? So, there was a lot of rain yesterday. Understand? So, when we have used the adjective, here we have used the noun. Similarly, another example is given over here. It won't be very sunny. It won't be very sunny today. Here, sunny is an adjective form of sun. Understand? It won't be very sunny today because there are a lot of clouds in the sky. Understand? So similarly, there won't be much sun. There won't be much sun. There are clouds in the sky. So here sun is the noun. So the difference is that it is always followed by an adjective, but there is always followed by a noun, and we understood this from the given examples. Understand? So we have understood the use of it is and there is. We know we can use a singular verb with it. We can use singular as well as plural verbs with there in accordance to the number, person, gender of the noun followed by that. We use it to talk about time, weather, distance, temperature as well as to express about a clause or a phrase. Understand? Similarly, we use it. We should be followed by an adjective. But on the other hand, in there, when we use there is, it is followed by a noun. So this is the differences between the use of it and there. It is and there is. We can use any time, any tense, present, past, future time as well, present, past, linked time as well with them. But the most important thing is that it always uses singular form, there uses a singular as well as a plural form. Understood? So these are the differences between it is and there is. Let's understand the exercise today. 20. Last class we discussed exercise 19 and previous class we discussed exercise 18, last class 19 and today we will discuss the exercise 18. Let me write on the board for your better understanding. Okay? Let's understand the exercise 20 related to the topic there is, it is. Okay? So here you see in the exercise 20, what is the instruction given? Add the correct form of there is and it is in the following sentences. Understand? Let's understand the first one. Best time to go to bed. Best time to go to bed. That means we can use it is time. It is time to go to bed. Now it is the correct time to go to bed. We should not wake more time. Because for that we cannot wake up morning early. So it is time to go to bed. Understand? It is talking about time. There's many things worse than death. There are many things worse than death. So here we can, though it is many things, we can use there are. There are many things worse than death. There are many things worse than death. Okay? So number 3, that's not clear who is responsible for it. Because not clear who is responsible for it is a clause we can use. It is not clear. It is not clear who is responsible for it. It is not clear who is responsible for it. Similarly, number 4, that's fine today. It is talking about the weather. And again it is today, the present time. So we can use it is fine today. Here it refers to the weather. Understand? So similarly, there's a good thing to be hardworking. So similarly, a good thing to be hardworking is a clause. So therefore, we can use it is a good thing to be hardworking. Clear? Next is there's time for your medicine in half an hour. That means we have still half an hour exist in our hand. So what we can use? There is time. There is time because here it is talking about the existence of the time. There is time for your medicine in half an hour. Still half an hour is existing in our hand to take the medicine. Okay? So, number 7, there's a man standing under the tree 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago is talking about the past time. So, a man standing under the tree in the past, so a singular subject it is talking about a man. We can use there was a man standing under the tree 10 minutes ago. It is talking about the presence or the existence of someone in the past somewhere. Clear? So similarly, number 8, there's here that I saw him. Here, I saw him. So here, I saw him. Here. So it was the past time. It was the past time in a singular subject. Okay? So, it was here. I saw him. That I saw him. It was there. We can use the past time. It was here that I saw him. We can make it is also because the place does not change. Place is not becoming past, whereas only time becoming past. if we want to satisfy with the past verb, then we can use it was, or we can, it is time is always there, the place is always there. So in accordance to the time validation, we can use is as well. So it was here that I saw him. It is here. I saw him. Okay? Though it is past time, you can use past. Similarly, number 9. Dash not the season for mangoes. Dash not the season. It is not the season. It is not the season for mangoes. Mango season is different. It is not the season. But this season is not. The time is not for mangoes. Understand? So it is not the season for mangoes. You understood the correct form of using there is and it is in the given sentences? Let's understand some more sentences and use the correct form of there is and it is. Let us write on the board. Now, let's again add the correct form of there is and it is in the given spaces of the following given sentences. Okay, let's understand. Number 10. There is a post office in the village. A post office is existing there. So there is a post office in the village. So similarly, there is nothing left if we don't go soon. If we don't go soon, there will be nothing left. Something we are talking about future. Nothing will exist. There will be nothing left if we don't go soon. Similarly, there's a fact that he is a rich man. It is a clause. So what we are going to see? It is a fact. It is a fact that he is a rich man. Similarly, there's offer a rainbow after rain. So after rain, a rainbow is there. Therefore, we can say there is often a rainbow after the rain. Clear? Similarly, next, there's a beautiful park near my house. So a beautiful park is exist or present. So there is a beautiful park near my house. Clear? So similarly, there's a pity she has again failed. So it is a pity. It is a pity she has again failed. Clear? Next, there's difficult to find a house in the town next year. Next year is talking about the future time. So there will be, the problem is existing in future. So what is it? There will be difficult. Otherwise, you can say it will be difficult. It will be difficult to find a house in the town next year. We are expressing a phrase. Understand? So we have used it, but since it is the future time, we have used will be. It will be difficult to find a house in the town next year. Understood? So similarly, there's a drink for everyone who was thirsty. It is past time. So drink was available, drink was existed. There was a drink. There was a drink for everyone who was thirsty. Clear? So similarly, there's not true to say that he is my friend. Not true. It is not true. We are introducing, we are expressing a phrase. It is not true that he is my friend. Okay? So similarly, the next 90, there's a train which leaves at 9 o'clock. A train is present, a train is existing. So when we are talking about the presence, we use that. So though it is present time, we can say there is a train. There is a train which leaves at 9 o'clock. There is a train on the platform which leaves at 9 o'clock. Clear? So similarly, number 20, that's easy to understand why he is unhappy. It is easy. We are expressing a clause or a phrase. It is easy. It is easy to understand why he is so unhappy. Understand? So we discussed this exercise 20 today. Besides discussing the differences between there is and it is. Therefore, dear students, we have discussed so many things, so many differences between there is and it is. We understood. We use singular as well as a plural verb with that, but we use singular verb only with it. We use it to talk about time, weather, temperature and distance. We also use it to introduce a clause or a phrase with using it. Understand? Again we understood it is talking about expressing. It is always followed by an adjective. There is always followed by a noun. So in accordance to the instructions and the rules for the difference between it is and there is, we understood in the previous classes. As you know, today's is the third class. That means third period, where we discussed some differences between there is and it is, and also we discussed about exercise 20. Okay, I am sure you must have understood this discussion, the exercise. Write in your notebook, and that will be evaluated. If any problems exist, if any misunderstandings you have, you can call back to me so that I can understand your problem and try to clarify your misunderstandings. And today, only this much. Next class, we will discuss a new chapter. Okay? For today, only this much.